Today you're going to go over some basic mat that is focused more on flexibility and stretching. Tonight you can use your small weights. We'll have one exercise for your arms with small weights around 1 or 2 pounds, 3 pounds if you'd like to push a little bit, and a TheraBand. Okay, so we're going to start with just a couple of wall squats. So you can find your back up against the wall and your feet about 12 inches away. So we're just going to start warming up the legs. So you're going to slide down the wall, lifting the arms up, and then sliding back up. So we're going to inhale to lower, and exhale. Making sure to feel your abdominals engaging and lifting, and the ribs pulling down and in, and the shoulders staying against the wall. And you can go down as far as your body would like. We're going to come down and hold it. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And we're going to circle the arms, just warming up your shoulder joints. And you can always take a break, come up, and then reset. We'll do one more in this direction. And then we'll come up and reset. Lowering back down to your squat and reversing your circles. Got 2 more. And then bringing it all the way up. Okay, so next we're going to go into carousel horse. You're going to find one hand against the wall or a chair with something you can support yourself with. And then your other, you're going to have one leg forward and one leg back. This front knee is going to be over the heel, and then back knee is going to come straight down. So we're going to inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. And you can challenge yourself. How low can you come down? Can you tap all the way to the ground, and then get yourself back up? And if that feels good, you can take your hands off and balance. Thinking on keeping your elbows lifted so they're not sagging. So you can feel your arms working here. 2 more. Last one. Good. So we'll come up and then we'll reverse to the other side. Okay. So now your opposite leg is forward, which this will now be my left side. And we're going to lower down and bringing it up. Thinking on squeezing the glutes to lift you up. And the posture still stays nice and tall. Neck is long. And shoulders are relaxed down the back. Two more. And last one. Good. Okay, so now we're going to come down all the way to a lunge. So gently bring yourself down onto the mat. And we're going to have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. And then you're going to press your hip forward. Thinking about tucking the tail to press the hip forward. Okay, your spine is still long. And you can use your hand against the wall for extra support. Okay? And then when you're ready, take the arm up and then stretch over, opening up the hip socket and stretching out your side seams. And then bring it up. We'll do that one more time. Taking some deep breaths into the stretch. And then bringing it up. Good. And then we'll change sides. So one leg is forward, the other leg is back. Thinking about tucking the tail under, pressing the hip forward. Getting a good stretch. And then when you're ready, side Stretch over and bringing it up. And you can challenge your balance, or you can keep one hand against the wall. And we'll hold and breathe. Okay, so we're going to make our way down to the ground, going into a quadruped. Okay, so you're on your hands and your knees here. Abdominals are pulled into the back so you feel active. Hands are underneath the shoulders, and then you're pushing up and out of your shoulders and your hands so that your back is active and flat. So you're not relaxed here and you're not rounded, but you've got your flat back and you're active. Okay, we're going to start by bringing one leg back behind you, working to keep the hips even, and then slowly bringing it back in. And you want to think about the control happening from your abdominals, keeping the hips even as possible. The tough part is when you change from one leg to the other. Working to keep your flat back. And if you'd like the extra challenge, you can bring opposite arm to leg and then bringing it down. And then with control. And using the breath to help you move through the piece. So this side, we're going to extend the opposite leg and arm out and hold and breathe. Again, pushing up and out of the hand. Leg is reaching long. Think about a nice long diagonal, opposite hand to foot. And then lowering it down. And we'll change to the other. Extend the leg and the arm. Reaching out through the diagonal line. Working to keep the hips even. And then bringing it. Okay, now gently bring yourself around. And we're going to sit against the wall now. Okay. So we're going to work a couple stretches against the wall now. So we're going to find a nice straight spine to get started. Find your sits bones or your pelvis right against the wall, sitting as tall as you can. And then hopefully your feet can slide here. I'm going to just shift mine forward to the mat. So we're going to slowly work on pressing the legs out, going out as far as your body allows you, and then bringing it back in. Pressing it out. And you can do this with your legs apart if you're tight. And if that's feeling easy, you can bring your legs all the way together. It's going to be harder to feel that nice straight line here. So today I'm going to work with my legs apart. And imagine that you're pushing against a wall, pressing out with your heels. I will do one more here, going out to your furthest point. Now we're going to stay here, bringing the arms up in front, and we're going to do a spine stretch forward. So for this piece, you can keep your legs straight if you can access that, or you can keep your legs bent, okay? So right now we're focusing more on the spinal mechanics and less about the stretch. You will feel a stretch no matter where your legs are, okay? So finding your legs at an okay position for you. You're going to tuck the chin into the chest, peel the spine off the wall, lift the abdominals to reach forward. And then pull back with the abdominals, Lengthen the spine to come all the way up. Taking a full breath. And you want to imagine that your arms are sliding over a tabletop, shoulders are staying active and down. And one more. Good. Now press your hands down and then stretch your legs out one more time. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to even myself out onto the mat for half roll downs. Before you head down, make sure you've got your weights and your TheraBands close by. Okay. So we're going to find the hands underneath the knees for your half roll down. Lifting up through the low abs, tuck the tail, and scoop the pelvis to roll back, and then lengthening up. We're working on this to be mostly the lower body here. Feeling the abs work and then opening up through your lumbar spine. We'll do one more. Now we're going to roll down a little bit more. So you're going to tuck the tail under and then start rolling down. Your hands are on your legs for support here. Find that scoop of the abs and curl it forward and lengthening up. So we'll take a full breath to roll down. And then curl forward and lengthen up. This time we're going to roll down to hold and stay. Take 2 deep breaths. And then roll it forward to lengthen. We're going to do that again. And rolling back to hold. We lift the right arm up. Now your left arm's here to hold you if you need it. And then place. The right arm lifts and place. And up and down. And lift and down. One more set. And we're going to roll it forward and lengthen up. We'll do that again. Tuck the tail, roll it back. We'll start with your opposite arm now. Lift and lower. We should feel your abs firing. Two more sets. And if you don't want to do the arms, you can always hold it. Last one. Roll it forward. Okay, so now we're going to roll all the way down to the ground. If you can roll down with control, use your hands along the legs. If you feel like you're going to plop down, then come down onto your side, and then all the way down onto your back. Okay, so next we're going to go into toe taps. So finding your neutral, stable pelvis, lift one leg up, and then the other. And we're going to lower and lift. Inhale down, exhale it up. Using your breath to move the legs, using your exhale to lift. Feeling that your ribs are staying down and together, and you're not arching your back. If you start to feel it in your hips or in your back, then go ahead and reset. We'll do one more set. and then lower your legs down to rest. Let's just do a couple pelvic tilts just to release your back here. And we'll come back to center. Coming back up to your tabletop position, and we'll find the legs together. You're going to lower down just a couple inches, lower, and then lift. Inhale down, and exhale lift. Two more. And last one. Good. And then slowly lower the legs down to rest. Okay, so now I'm going to grab your TheraBand, and we're going to give your abs just a little bit of a break. But you're going to place your TheraBand over your feet. And this is going to be similar to frog on the reformer. And you can grab onto your strap wherever you feel comfortable. And you'll do a couple and then figure out what feels good for you. Okay, so your heels are clicked together, your toes are apart, and then you're working your hip fold to bring your knees in towards your chest. You're going to press your legs out and then bend them back in. Okay, so as we go through this movement, the abs stay active and your spine stays still. And breath is inhale to press and exhale to pull. You want to feel your legs zip up and then actively pull apart. So we zip to pull together and then bend the knees back in. Got two more. Last one, hold it here, take a couple of deep breaths, and check in with your shoulders. Are your shoulders hiked up, or are they still connected down your back? And then bending it in to rest. Okay, so now we're going to take one leg out onto the ground. It can either be bent or straight, and then your other leg will come up towards the ceiling, still keeping that band or towel around your leg. We're going to give it some nice stretches here. So pulling back and then in. Okay, so this time we're going to pull back and then shift your straps over to the opposite hand and then pull your leg across the body. Now we're going to pull towards you and then a little release. So your right hip, or your the same hip as the leg, is still grounded along the mat, and you're feeling a stretch through the outer thigh. Good, and you're going to bring it back up to the center. Okay, so we're going to go into leg circles. If you'd like to have the extra support, you can keep the strap on your leg, which I'm going to do tonight, or you can do it without the strap if you want more ab and leg work. Okay, so I'm going to cross the body, come down and around, and then I give myself a stretch. And a circle. So if you can, use your legs and use your abs through the circle, down and around, and then use your strap for the stretch on the left. And my foot's kind of in a neutral position. I can't really be fully pointed or I feel like I might lose my strap. And I'm not going to flex my foot tonight. But if you'd like to have extra stretch, you can work that flex. It gives you a nice stretch through the whole back leg. Okay, and I'm going to reverse it. Circle down and around, exhale, lift. do 2 more on this leg. Good. Give yourself one more good stretch. And then let's bend and then take the foot out. And we'll switch to the other side. Okay. So you're going to bring the opposite leg up, pull it back. Giving yourself that good stretch. And now this bottom leg is also active. That'll help you feel a deeper stretch. So we're going to stretch and then release. Got 2 more here, working an active stretch. Okay, so we're going to pull back, and we're going to cross the body, and then we'll pull, and then little release. Pull, so this is where I'm feeling it all the way down the outside of my leg, up to my glutes. And we do the best to keep the legs straight. And last one. Good, and we'll bring it up. Okay, so now going on to the circles. We're going to cross the leg, come down and around and left. Cross, around and left. And again, you can do this with a flexed foot if you'd like to get more stretch. And your obliques are working to keep your hips still. We'll do 2 more in this direction. And then reverse. Reverse it down, around and left. And 2 more. And last one, around. One more big stretch. And then go ahead and release the leg. Okay, so you can put your strap off to the side and then grab your weights if you'd like. You do not have to use this if you don't want to. So we're going to bring one leg up to your tabletop and the other arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to go opposite arm and leg reach and then pull in. So we inhale it out and exhale it in. Now you want to make sure that the shoulder is staying on your back. You're not pressing it down the back and you're not pulling it up onto the ears, but you're feeling it stable and you're feeling the ball rotating in your socket. And you're going to feel your shoulder blade also rotating up and out to lift the arm up. If you feel any discomfort, you can drop the weight or you can not move the arm at all. You can just hold it up at the ceiling. So we're going to do 2 more here, and then your last one, you're going to hold it. You're going to hold it out. Deep breaths, feeling that diagonal line. And then go ahead and bring it all the way in and down. And then we'll change to the other side. So opposite leg and arm comes up. We reach out and then bringing it in. Got 2 more on this side. Still thinking about the oblique staying strong and active, and the shoulders staying connected along the back. We're going to lengthen out to hold and breathe. Feeling the ribs coming down and together on the exhale. And one more. Good. And we'll come up. Okay, so we're going to go into hug a tree. Just like you would on the reformer, we're going to open the arms out and then hug it in. Inhale to open and hug it in. And see if you can feel how your shoulder blades are pulling together to open the arms and then widening to close the arms. This movement comes from the back. And this one you can also do standing up with your small weights. Okay, we'll do two more. And then last one. Good. You can release your arms and we will get rid of the weights so you're done with your weights for today. Okay, so we're going to come down onto your side and we're going to find your legs bent. And you can either be up on your shoulder or on your elbow, making sure that you're lifted up here, or you can come down and rest on your side with the head down. We want to find that your hips are stacked so you can feel your obliques lifted. And that you've got a long spine here, so you don't want to have your tail tucked or you don't want to be in an extension, but a nice long neutral spine. Okay, so we're going to click the heels together, turn the leg out, and then bringing it in. So we've gotten your hips loosened up and stretched out. Now we want to also make sure that our hips stay nice and strong. With tightness comes weakness. So we want to make sure that we stay strong and loose. So I usually like to do a bunch of these until I start to feel that good burn happening in my glutes. And then once that burn is really talking to me, then we're going to lift the knee up to hold it in little pulses. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. And one more. Good. And lower down. And if that feels nice and tight, then you can pound it out. Okay. So we're going to head on over to the other side. So you can just flip on over or come on. Okay. So again, you can either be up on your elbows if you want to feel those obliques working nice and hard on your underneath side, or you can come all the way down. I'm going to do the modified version tonight. Spine is long, abs are pulled in, and we turn out and then lower down. Out and down. And you will notice that one side is tighter than the other, and for me that is my left side. And everybody's body is like that. We've got one tighter side than the other, and we're always working towards finding balance between the two sides. So I can already start to feel that this is my tighter and weaker side. I'm feeling it a lot faster on this side. So we'll do a couple more. And then we're going to lift the leg up and little pulses back. Good, and lower all the way down to your breast and pound it out if you need to. Okay, so we're going to stay on this side and we're going to go into, I'm going to scoot forward for this one, to book openers with the upper body. Head's going to stay down. Now we're going to rotate to open up the upper body. We're working to keep the hips still here. And then closing it down. And rotate to open. And close. And after you do a couple of these, you're going to notice that your body will start to loosen up and you'll be able to find more rotation. And 2 more. And last one. And feel free to hold and breathe this one out. You can always put me on pause and just enjoy this stretch. Good. Okay, so we're going to go on to the other side. So you can just quickly flip to your other side if you like. Okay, so the knees are in your bent position, arms are forward, and then we rotate the spine to open and then close. And rotate, open. We'll do one more here. And you can hold that, enjoy the stretch. Good, and then slowly release. Okay, so I'm going to slowly turn onto your stomach for swan. You're going to find your hands probably outside of your mat by your shoulders. We'll find the legs slightly wider than your hips today, so we can take off any pressure that might happen through your low back. Head will be down. You're going to imagine to push a marble away from your nose to slowly lift the chest up. We're going to keep this small to get started. Good. Now we're going to start to lift up even higher. So shoulders slide down the back, coming up into your extension. And then think about lengthening out to lower down. Reaching out to lift it up. And lengthen to lower. 2 more. The abs stay lifted to support your back, and the legs stay long. The last one, we'll lift up and hold it. Thinking about reaching your sternum through your shoulders. Head is forward, but not dropped here. Okay, so you're working through that extension all the way up through the back. And then bringing it all the way down. Okay, so we're going to move into single leg kick. So we're going to find the elbows underneath the shoulders. Hands will come together. And I want you to lift up your abdominals. Okay? The legs will be about hip width apart. So shoulders are active and stable. Now we're going to kick, kick, and lengthen down. And kick, kick, and lengthen. So you want to feel your hamstrings and glutes working. And they're warming up for bridge, which is coming next. Now, if you feel like you've got the flexibility, you can kick, kick, lift the knee up, and then reach it up. That is flexibility and strength in the glutes and quads. We'll do 2 more sets. And last one. and down. Good. Okay, so now you're going to slowly roll over for bridge, which will be our last exercise. You're going to work to find balance and evenness in the body. So the feet are about hip-width apart. Arms are long down beside you. And find the tuck of the tail. Start peeling up through the spine as you reach your knees towards your toes. Finding that nice, long, even line. So you want to think about tucking your tail here. You don't want to think about releasing it and then being in your low back. You want to tuck the tail, feel your glutes and hammies talking to you here. And then slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time, finding your lengthen hollow and then lengthen down. Tuck the tail, rolling it up, and lengthening up. Tuck the tail, hollow the abs, and then start peeling it up, finding your nice long line, and then softening, imagining that you're melting all the way down. We'll do 2 more to finish it up. Feeling the evenness through the spine. And the last one. Beautiful work, and you are done. Thank you.